It's superhero time!
How did I know you two were gonna show up today for this book?
Because you know that we love The Incredibles.
Yeah, and we saw the movie like 10 million times and we would recite every line back to you.
Oh, Jack is my favorite.
Yeah, and I like Dash because I like that he's super fast.
Yeah, because you are super fast, especially considering that you have very short legs.
Thanks, Jack the Dinosaur, you're the best. He's my best friend because he's super awesome.
Oh, and I think that you are super awesome too.
Oh gosh, thanks. Although I know I am pretty super awesome, but it's just not about myself right now. Well maybe later. But right now, it's about our favorite superheroes because they're back.
That's right. Incredibles 2. And we've got the story. Could you read it, please? Don't make us wait any longer.
Actually, I was just waiting for you guys to stop talking so I can start reading.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Okay, Incredibles 2. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay, this one is a storybook with a CD. So if you end up getting this book, the CD has, it tells me here, cool sound effects and original character voices from the movie. So if you know the exact tone of voice that these characters would say the lines in, because you've also seen the movie 10,000 times, then the CD is for you. Municipal was under attack. Ah! The diabolical villain known as the Underminer was using a gigantic tunneler to dig under a full city block. When the buildings collapsed, oh no, the Underminer cleaned out all the bank vaults on that street. Oh, I see. He didn't just go under any street. He went into a street full of banks. They're always up to something like that. Mr. Incredible tried to stop him, but the Underminer escaped. The out-of-control tunneler then exploded through the surface and hit the monorail tracks. No, not the monorail tracks! Please keep your hands and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas. Not the monorail that I love! In an instant, Frozone, remember Frozone from the first movie? He's back! Frozone formed an ice bridge to redirect the train and save the passengers. Elastigirl jumped on the tunneler and opened the hatch. We have to stop this thing before it gets to the overpass. As she climbed inside, Mr. Incredible had a terrible realization. It's headed for City Hall! Not City Hall. The supers worked so fast to knock out the tunneler's engine, the machine lurched and ground to a halt on the steps of City Hall, just inches from the door. And look, there's a whole family. Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, and there's Violet, and there's Dash, and there's Jack. That's your favorite dog. I love Jack. Let's see. The Incredibles thought, and I would think the same thing, that the police would thank them, but instead they were blamed for causing all the damage. How dare you? But we didn't start the fight. That was true, but the police were mad that the Underminer had gotten away and the city was a wreck. If the supers had captured the villain, well, this conversation would probably be going differently. Elastigirl sighed. So, you support us as long as we win? The officer, well, he would not officially support supers. The Incredibles' friend, Agent Rick Dicker, dropped the Parr family off at a motel. Oh, look at that. The Safari Court. It doesn't look so awesome. Oh, then again, I think I stayed there near Disney World one time. Let's see, dropped him off at this motel. He said that the government program that protected the supers was being shut down, and the agency would cover the motel room for 2 weeks, but after that, they were on their own. Oh, so I guess they put them in the hotel for their safety, because, I mean, otherwise they have a house, right? Can you see okay? Yes? Okay, good, because I know the writing is kind of small. No longer superheroes, Helen and Bob were out of work. Oh no, they're just Helen and Bob now, not Mr. and Mrs. Incredible? But their friend Lucius, the super known as Frozone, said he'd met a business tycoon who wanted to help the supers become legal again. The three friends went to see Winston Devor. Or is it Devor? Devor? I'm going to go with Devor, and then if I'm wrong, we'll just pretend it's Devor. The head of a high-tech company called DevTech. I don't know, he looks Doesn't he look like he's really like a bad guy? Maybe? Am I seeing into the future a little bit?
My spidey senses are tingling. I think that's a bad guy.
I know. I have this feeling. If we want to change people's perceptions about superheroes, we need you to share your perceptions with the world. How do we do that? Well, Winston's tech genius sister, Evelyn, that must be Evelyn right back there, she explained that a tiny camera sewn into each supersuit would stream their heroic acts to screens everywhere. Oh, how very modern. Like they could live stream it. Okay. Winston grinned. "You'll just be super and we'll get the public on your side. And we won't stop until you're all legal again." Everybody's super happy about this. You'll be great. Winston arranged for the family, the Parr family, because it's just Bob and Ellen Parr now, right? Is it Bob and Helen? Bob and Helen? Yeah, Helen and Bob. It just seems, I'm so used to their super names, I'm not used to their ordinary names. Bob and Helen Parr moved into one of his lavish homes. Ooh la 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 la. Storyteller could easily get used to this lifestyle. The house was amazing, but Violet thought it was a little over the top. Oh, Violet, you would. Good thing we won't stand out. Wouldn't want to attract any unnecessary attention. Dash, on the other hand, it's got a big yard, zero force, and a pool. He thought it was awesome. Meanwhile, Helen found a gift basket in her bedroom with a note from Evelyn and a new super suit. And it said that there was an accessory to her suit in the garage. It was a jet-powered, all-electric Elasticycle? Helen hopped on the superbike, ready for action. After only one day of parenting on his own, Bob was frazzled. Oh, okay, because Elastigirl went off. She's off. She's testing the bike. She's doing her thing. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see the tiny writing a little bit more. So Bob is home, frazzled, kids endlessly demanding. Violet was getting ready to go on a movie date, and Bob insisted on a curfew. "I want you here by 10:30. 11-ish. 10-ish? Heading for 9:30-ish. 10:30-ish it is. Sheesh. Then Jack needed a bedtime story. Hey, he needed a kid time story time to help him fall asleep. He's sucking on his bottle. "In the country of Nodoff, the frubbers of Freep are all giving in to the sweet sucker of sleep." Well, it worked like a charm. Bob put Jack in his crib, and he was about to nod off, but then Dash needed help with his homework, and then Bob is stumped. Why would they change math? It's okay, Dad. I'll just wait for Mom to get back. Oh, boy. That's bad. Well, Elastigirl, she was busy waiting for crime in a dark alleyway. That's a fun way to spend your evening, waiting for crime in a dark alleyway. Well, this Elasticycle, which now I'm getting a really good look at for the first time, it is hot stuff. Look at that, shiny and red, and it kind of sparks in the back because it's so fast and very sleek looking. And I'm also digging the outfit change, right? You know, so you've got the E for Elastigirl, and she's got these long killer gloves that probably protect her, but they also end up looking super cool at the same time. But enough about the fashion statement. This cycle had a built-in police scanner so she could react quickly to any crime. So while she's waiting, she watched the mayor of New Urbum, that's an actual place, New Urbum, dedicate a new super-fast hover train. Oh, that must be it right there. It looks like the monorail, but it must be even better. After the ribbon-cutting ceremony, the train rose up off the tracks and whoosh, raced out of the station backwards. Elastigirl took off after the train, pushing her Elasticycle to well over 200 miles per hour. The suit cam was broadcasting everything in real time. So it's like a suit cast. She jumped onto the roof of the train, made her way inside, and quickly found the train's brake. The train stopped just seconds from total disaster. Is everybody all right? Is anybody injured? Luckily, everyone was okay. But she rushed to the crew cab where she discovered the engineer had no idea what had just happened. It was like he had been under a trance. And then suddenly, a message for Elastigirl popped up on the train's control panel. That sounds like it's a message from an evil villain, does it not? What does it say? "Welcome back, Elastigirl, the screen slaver." Ooh, That sounds like a bad guy, for sure. Nobody has the word slave in their name if they are good. Later that night, after putting Jack in his crib, Bob sat on the couch and fell asleep. And then, so of course, the baby went downstairs and roamed around, and then these things started shooting out of his eyes because that's what happened with Jack. And then when the laser beams shot out, and then this raccoon was dodging every blast, and then suddenly Jack multiplied and surrounded the pest. What? You have power, yeah, baby, and there's not even a scratch on you. Oh, wow. So he was shooting laser beams at this raccoon because it looked like a robber, because he had a mask. Oh, no wonder, because he's a baby, but he's like a natural crime fighter. So he identified the mask with being a bad guy, so he didn't really know yet. See, that's why babies' superpowers have to be controlled. They don't know yet how to use it with judgment. Meanwhile, the heroic story of how Elastigirl stopped the runaway train was all over the news. Winston, the guy that I'm pretty sure is really a villain, set up a TV interview, and now she was being interviewed by the famous TV anchorman, Chad Brentley. Oh my goodness, Chad Brentley! But seconds into the program, the newsman's teleprompter was taken over by a hypnotic light pattern. I wonder if that's what happened with the engineer on the train. Brentley began reading new text off the prompter like a robot. It was like someone was speaking through him, and the message warned the TV audience that they could easily be entranced and controlled through any screen. Oh no, not our screen, no! Except here. KidTime StoryTime, total safe zone. Now, behind this all was this evil genius who called himself the Screenslaver. To prove his power, Screenslaver said he would bring down a helicopter flying over the city with a foreign ambassador on board. Elastigirl, boing, ran into action, running, jumping, stretching, and swinging across the city skyline, whoosh, 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 until she reached the ambassador's helicopter. Ambassador, we're too low to parachute. We're gonna have to slingshot. Hang on, trust me. So she grabbed her, and before the helicopter sliced through the chopper in midair, she brought everyone safely to the ground. Wow, she is having a night, or what? Well, Elastigirl was a hero. We all knew this already. Winston was thrilled. Winston, that guy that I'm pretty sure is the bad guy. It was time to push for making supers legal. I mean, he's doing that and it sounds like it's good, but you know, there's always a twist.
There is always a twist. I mean, if you know your superhero stories.
And I know you do, Green Bear. We're going to have a summit at sea. We'll gather leaders and supers from all over the world. And Elastigirl was glad things were going well, but you know how something sometimes bothers you? You know, something's on your mind. That's what was happening out there. I didn't get him. Screenslaver is still out there. Well, during Elastigirl's next interview with Chad Brentley, oh my goodness, Chad Brentley, the Screenslaver cut in again. And as he was rambling on, Elastigirl, she tracked the signal and found his lair. And suddenly, bam! Screenslaver came through the door. Elastigirl tried to take off his flickering goggles, but the Screenslaver escaped. He ran onto the roof and jumped. She stretched herself into a parachute and held onto him as they fell. Ooh! Boof! And Elastigirl pulled off his mask. But the young man behind it said he had no idea what had just happened. Another case of being entranced by the Screenslaver. I keep getting a little closer, don't I? Yep, I sure do, because I want you to see. Can you see? Yes, you can. Back at home, back at the ranch, poor Bob. He tried to make Violet feel better after her date stood her up, but it kind of made things worse. And Dash's math homework was pretty hard. And, well, there's no end to Jack's emerging powers, including turning into a sharp-toothed monster. Ouch. Bob was sleepy. Edna agreed. Oh, I just love Edna. She's so fabulous. Edna agreed to babysit Jack for a night. Thank you, Edna. She was fascinated by the baby's powers, probably already measuring him for a super suit. When Bob got back to the house, he looked even more exhausted than ever. I'm not I'm used to knowing what the right thing to do is, but now I'm not sure anymore. I want to be a good dad. And Violet said, "You're not good, you're super." Bob grinned, and 17 hours later, after sleeping, felt like himself again. Thank goodness. All right, now I'm going to open it up a little bit. See, it's just a little back and forth, making sure you can see all the action. Well, there's a party going on to celebrate Elastigirl, and in a few hours, world leaders were going to legalize supers. So it was a whole make supers legal again situation. And they were going to have this big party at the Dev Tech yacht. Oh, I just know this is the bad guy. I don't want to give it away, but I just feel like I know this, and I've not read this book before. Let's see. While everyone was cheering, Elastigirl watched slow motion video of the screenslaver's lair shot from her suit cam. But something wasn't right. She found the editing room and took a closer look at the footage. Then Evelyn showed up, the sister. "Look at that. One of Screenslaver's monitors is tuned into my suit cam. Isn't the suit cam closed circuit?" Evelyn said it was. Maybe he hacked it? Maybe he wanted you to find him. But it wasn't adding up. Wait, all Screenslaver needs to do is all Screenslaver needs to do to hypnotize someone is to get a screen in front of their eyes. Elastigirl looked at the hypno goggles she pulled off the Screenslaver. It had many screens inside. So the guy she captured, that wasn't Screenslaver. He was being controlled by Screenslaver. You are good. Evelyn quickly put the hypno goggles over Elastigirl's eyes. Oh no! Elastigirl was thrust into a trance. I knew it. Oh wait. Do you think... Okay, wait. Do you think that it's Evelyn, the sister, who's evil? Or Evelyn and her brother? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Yes, we will find out. But I can't tell either. I mean, has she gone rogue? Or, well, Elastigirl finally regained her senses after those hypno goggles stopped flashing in her face. And she had been locked in a sub-zero computer room by Evelyn. Oh, it's so cold that if she tried to stretch, she would break. No! So you're the Screenslaver. I counted on you. Why did you betray me and Winston? Oh, so she did betray Winston, the brother, too. Evelyn thought, the world is better without the supers. Are you going to kill me? No. I'm going to use you. Oh, no. With control of Elastigirl, she was going to make supers illegal forever. How? Well, the hypno goggles lit up. And once again, Elastigirl was under the Screenslaver's control. She's going to make her do something bad. With Elastigirl neutralized, for now, Evelyn set about capturing the rest of the Incredibles. She phoned Bob and lured him to the Dev Tech yacht by telling him, Elastigirl's in trouble. And then Bob called Frozone to watch the kids. And then 6 supers wearing hypno goggles showed up to take the kids to Dev Tech. They were all under the Screenslaver's control too. Luckily, Frozone arrived and quickly blocked the door with a wall of ice. But the hypnotized supers broke through, and they went after Dash and Violet. Run! Oh no! There's a car chase! There's lava! There's a crash! Suddenly, the Incredibles burst into the living room. Dash... Oh my god, what is happening right now? The kids escaped just as the supers overtook Frozone and slapped a pair of hypno goggles over his eyes. They were taking him to Evelyn Devor. Oh, more like Evelyn Devious, don't you think? Let's see here. When Mr. Incredible arrived at the ship, the yacht, remember, the yacht for the party, Evelyn made Elastigirl put hypno goggles on him too. Oh no. So now, Elastigirl, Frozone, and Mr. Incredible are under Evelyn's evil control, and she's telling them to steer the boat towards land and smash the controls. The ship was on course to crash into the city. They were gonna look like bad people and leave a mess, which really makes the police very angry. Luckily, the kids had ordered the Incredibile to take them to the Dev Tech ship so they could help their parents. When they found them, Jack floated over to Elastigirl and removed her hypno goggles. Good work, Jack. And then let's see what else. Realizing what had happened, Elastigirl took the goggles off Mr. Incredible and Frozone. So everybody's shedding these goggles, these evil goggles. Evelyn Devor controls the screenslaver, and until a second ago, us. Oh no. Now, let's see. Evelyn watched the scene unfold from her control room, so she commanded the hypnotized supers, the ones who were still wearing the glasses, to attack! So there's punching and shooting of electricity, and then there's Jack, and, well, bottom line, all those glasses came off. And the supers were free again. They helped one another, especially with the powers of the little kids. The ship, however, was still headed for destruction! And now Evelyn, Evelyn, we should call her, was trying to escape in a jet. Void opened a portal for Elastigirl and transported her into a cockpit. Evelyn made the jet climb, dive, and spin and throw Elastigirl from the plane, but the plan backfired. Ha! Elastigirl took control of the jet and directed it to hit one of the ship's hydrofoils. Not the hydrofoils. Yes, the hydrofoil! Right before impact. She grabbed Evelyn and ejected from the plane, and they landed on the deck of the ship. The Incredibles gave up trying to slow the ship down. Their only hope at this point was to turn the boat away from the city. Mr. Incredible knew what to do. Dash, I'm going to the rudder. Once I turn the ship, you hit the pull-up button.
Okay, Dad, got it.
Mr. Incredible used every ounce of his strength to turn the jammed rudder, to turn it because the rudder controls the direction of the ship. When Dash brought Mr. Incredible back to the surface, he was gasping for air, so he turned it. At the same time, Frozone created a wall of ice between the ship and the city. With moments to spare, the ship came to a stop before hitting the Municiberg waterfront. Whew, everyone on board was safe. And at last, the real screenslaver was in custody. Greeted as heroes by the city's grateful citizens, the supers finally achieved their goal. A judge thanked them for their extraordinary service and fully restored the legal status of superheroes. Supers legal. Super. The supers cheered, as did Duck the Dinosaur. Elastigirl put her arms around Mr. Incredible, and Frozone smiled. You guys got the next shift. I'm beat. And that was the incredible, ongoing saga of
The Incredibles!
That was incredible. I cannot wait to see this movie.
I cannot wait to rewatch this movie.
I cannot wait to reenact this movie in the living room.
I cannot wait to reenact it in the living room like 10 more times after that.
And with each performance, we get even better and superer.
Yeah, superer. That's a real word, right?
No.
Oh, it sounded really good though.
It really did. Well, kid, I'm gonna go practice my superhero moves.
What are your superhero moves?
Well, basically, I need to work on my upper arm strength, so I'm gonna go do some push-ups.
Oh, I should work on some leg presses because I'm kind of short and I could use some leg strength. Okay, see you later, kid. Oh, and subscribe because that would be super. See what I did there?
Oh, that was pretty clever. See you next time, kid. Stay heroic, stay brave, and stay away from evil screenslavers. Whoa!